Yo, 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 yo. It's Corona back here with episode 2, Corona Vibes TV. Today we're going to be doing 5 blockbuster trades that need to happen this offseason. It's going to be a big offseason for the NBA, dealing with this COVID-19 stuff, dealing with the finals probably being pushed back even further than they anticipated. So the offseason is going to be a big deal. We got 5 trades that I believe need to happen this offseason for teams to get where they want to get to, from pretenders to contenders, or just trying to get money off their books in the offseason. It's going to be a great offseason in terms of trades, I believe. And here are 5 blockbuster trades that I believe are going to happen this offseason. Not are going to happen, I believe should happen in the offseason. Each trade is going to feature a former all-star, so it's going to be some blockbusters in there. Get into it. Also, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Comment again and subscribe with your burner accounts. I truly appreciate it.
I really appreciate it.
The first trade I got going on here is going to be Steven Adams to Boston for Gordon Hayward. It's going to be pretty much just a swap. I do have Terrence Ferguson going to Boston as well, just as a salary filler. This is a good trade for Boston, pretty good trade for OKC as well, as they're getting a former All-Star in Gordon Hayward. Complements SGA. If they re-sign Danilo Gallinari and Chris Paul, that team could still probably make the playoff. I got Steven Adams going to Boston for the sole purpose that they need a big man. Daniel Tice is just not good enough to be their big man. Enes Kanter can't defend at all. Steven Adams is a great complement for Jason Tatum, for Jaylen Brown, for Kemba, Marcus Smart. He's a plus defender on the center position. It's going to be a good trade for Boston. Could elevate them into the Milwaukee, Toronto level of the Eastern Conference. Steven Adams for Gordon Hayward, OKC. I just want to see Gordon Hayward back to what he was in Utah before that devastating ankle injury. He was an all-star. He was averaging 25 and 5, good shooting splits, leading Utah to the playoffs almost every year. He's a good player. He just needs a good team around him. I think Jason Tatum and Kemba take too many shots away from him. Chris Paul is a good facilitator. He'll be good for Gordon, and he'll help SGA with his development. For the second trade, that would be a blockbuster in the NBA offseason. I got Kevin Love returning back to Minnesota for James Johnson, Jake Layman, and Jared Culver. Realistically, it is more or less a salary dump for Cleveland. They get a young prospect in Jared Culver. He's not a bad player. He's got some potential with Colin Sexton, Darius Garland, Shetty Osman. They got some young players there, so throw in Jared Culver. Maybe they could get a good nucleus over in Cleveland. This is more for Minnesota. Minnesota, with the D'Angelo Russell trade from Golden State for Andrew Wiggins, they pretty much decided they're not going to play any defense the entire time. They have D'Lo and Cat. So I thought they'd throw in one of their old friends, Kevin Love, who doesn't really play any defense either other than the 2016 NBA Finals. So you throw in Kevin Love with Cat, D'Lo, Malik Beasley, Hernan Gomez. You're going to have a very dirty offensive team. They could put up 125 a night. The only problem is they're going to be giving up 130 every night. Next up, I got Drew Holiday, Jackson Hayes, Josh Hart, Darius Miller, and a 2021 first-round pick, New Orleans first-round pick, heading to Portland for CJ, McCollum, Nurkic, and throw in Gary Trent Jr. just to make the salaries work. I think this will be a great trade for both teams. The CJ Dame backcourt, they've tried it for about 6 years now. It's not working. They're not even in the playoffs this year. They need to break it up, so they need to find a good trade partner. I think Drew Holiday complements Dame very well. Dame's not a good defender. Drew Holiday probably a top 2 to 3 guard defender in the league at this point. So Drew Holiday going to Portland is going to be a good change of scenery in Portland. Hopefully get them to where they want to get. As far as New Orleans goes, same thing. Drew Holiday's been there for about 5 years now. Been in the playoffs maybe twice during that time. Now that they got Zion, they got Lonzo, they got BI, they got JJ. They need a scorer. Just somebody who give him the ball at the end of the game, create his own shot, get to the line, whatever they need. And CJ's that guy. CJ's shown up in playoff games, scoring over 40. They need that. And they also get Nurkic in the trade. Nurkic is a good big man, complements Zion really nicely. I don't think they should re-sign Favors this offseason. Favors is too expensive at $15 million a year. Nurkic around $12 million a year is probably better for them, coming off an injury as well. Having Nurkic in there with Zion, with BI, with McCollum and Lonzo, that's a very, very nice starting five. That's a playoff starting five, even in the tough Western Conference. For the next trade that I got, I have Spencer Dinwiddie, Torian Prince, Karis LeVert heading to Detroit for Blake Griffin and Luke Kennard. A lot of people might not see this coming. Blake Griffin's got a really bad contract at this point. He's got injury histories that have been lasting multiple years. He always seems to get hurt at the wrong time, even when he had a good season in Detroit 2 years ago. I mean, he had a knee problem, was sat out 2 games. I mean, it's been a tough couple years for Blake Griffin, but I think it's a good trade for Brooklyn. Get their 3rd star. They got Kyrie, they got KD, and now with Blake Griffin's got that chemistry already with DJ. You keep Jared Allen in there too. You got a great nucleus in Brooklyn. In terms of Detroit, you get Spencer Dinwiddie coming off a 21 point per game season. He's had a great season. Spencer, Taurean Prince, I wish he was better than what he is. I mean, he's getting paid almost $15 million a year to be a 3-and-D guy, and he's not hitting a 3, and his defense is really bad. I mean, Taurean Prince is overrated, but he's still more of a salary filler in this, to be honest with you. And then the main piece Detroit's getting back is Caris LeVert. Caris LeVert has all-star potential easily. He's averaging almost 18 a game on good shooting splits over in Brooklyn. He's got a 3-pointer. He plays good defense, plays hard, passes the rock. Caris LeVert will be a good addition to the Detroit fan base. They need somebody to cheer behind. They've had probably 12 years of just absolute garbage over in Detroit. So that's my 4th trade. Blake Griffin, Luke Kennard more of a salary filler than anything else. Heading to Brooklyn for Spencer Dinwiddie, Taurean Prince, Caris LeVert. Complete that big 3 that Brooklyn's been wanting for the last couple of years with Blake Griffin, KD, and Kyrie. That's a dirty squad right there. And finally, for my 5th blockbuster trade of the offseason. This one's going to be a shocker for a lot of people. I have a 3-team trade involving 2 stars and 1 guy who should be a star but has been very underwhelming his whole career. I got Bradley Beal going to Philadelphia along with a 2020 first-round pick that belongs to the Wizards from OKC. I also got Andrew Wiggins going to the Wizards along with Golden State's first-round pick this year, which is going to be a nice pick, as well as Minnesota's 2021 first-round pick. That's also going to be pretty nice. And I also got Joel Embiid going to the Warriors in this 3-team trade. Now I'm going to give my explanations for all 3 teams. First, I'll start with the Wizards. I mean, the Bradley Beal, John Wall backcourt, they gave it a shot. It's not working anymore. I know Bradley Beal's still young, but time to rebuild. Get Andrew Wiggins, get yourself 2 nice first-round pick. Get rid of Bradley Beal. He doesn't deserve to be in Washington. He needs to be on a winning team. He's been on a losing team for the last 2 years. The guy's putting up almost 31 a game. Excellent shooting splits, passing the rock nice. He's still not playing any defense, but I mean, who in Washington's playing defense right now? I mean, they're, I think, one of the worst defenses in the league. One of the best offenses in the league because of Bradley Beal, but one of the worst defenses. So Bradley Beal going to Philly is going to be a great fit with Ben Simmons. Move Al Horford to the 5 because Embiid's going to be gone. It's just a good team. You got Josh Richardson, Brad Beal, Ben Simmons, Al Horford, Tobias Harris. That's a pretty good squad right there. That's floor spacing for Ben. A good team built around Ben Simmons. Bradley Beal's a great compliment to Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons a great compliment to Bradley Beal. It just works out both ways that way. Next up, I also have Joel Embiid to the Warriors in this trade. I mean, Golden State is not in a position to be grabbing first-round pick and developing them. They got Clay, who's 31. They got Steph, who just turned 32. They got Draymond, who's 31. That core that won 3 championships. They need that star to get them back into the playoff hunt. Embiid's the perfect thing for them. Embiid's needs probably the 2 best floor spacers in league history with the Splash Bros, and it's just a great fit for Embiid there. Embiid in Golden State would be great for Golden State, great for Embiid, great for Curry, great for Thompson, great for Draymond. It's just a great team built around Embiid if he heads to the Warriors in this 3-team trade. I also want to end the video by thanking all of you guys for the support in the journey to 10 subs.